We're live.
It's like my
We're live.
Linus blanket.
We're live.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday to
Thank
you.
you for joining. Thank you for joining.
Yes, the sun is actually peeking through the clouds this morning. Good morning, Lisa. It's been about 5 or 6 days since we had sunlight in the Carolinas.
I know.
Although we still got rain and thunderstorms today and tomorrow, according to the weather forecast.
So we do have a topic today. Today's topic is the areas of life not to neglect.
The areas of life. We've identified 5.
And of course, it is also Shout It Out Friday.
5 areas of life not to neglect and Shout It Out Friday. We're going to cover those areas just a moment.
That's after.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Like.
Man, I got so much stuff from yesterday. I want to shout out Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews, if he's around.
Hey, Dr. Deborah, good morning.
Shout
good
him
morning,
out.
Good morning.
Things that Dr. Deborah have said. Dr. Deborah, we're talking about 5 areas of adult life not to neglect. And we should just probably list them and put them in the chat right now up front, and we'll reference them again. Okay?
Really? Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, the 5 areas of life not to neglect. Good morning, Sister Barbara Mosley.
Hey, Sister
Love seeing you in the
Barbara.
room. But the 5 areas of our life not to neglect. Area number 1 is mental. Don't neglect your mental health. Number 2 is physical.
Mm-hmm.
It's mental, physical, spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got emotional/social.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional/social, and then financial. Okay, those areas. Can somebody put those in the chat? Like emotional. First was mental, physical, emotional/social, spiritual, and financial. Put it in the chat all together in one chat.
I will.
You playing with banners and stuff.
I gotta find where to put. You know what? It's Friday.
Just put it in the chat.
I am.
You don't need to create a banner for this. You're trying to.
So
just put it in the chat right here where it says post a comment.
Okay.
Put these words: mental, then physical, spiritual, emotional/social.
Y'all pray for me.
Mental, physical, spiritual, emotional/social,
and financial.
No, there's more. There's one missing. Mental,
what
physical,
did he say?
Spiritual, emotional. Yeah, it's 5. Okay, and the last one is financial. These are the 5 areas.
Were y'all praying for me?
The 5 areas of adult life never to neglect. The reason why, first off, very often we do. I'm going to be so bold as to say very often we neglect one of those areas or 2 of those areas to the detriment of the other areas. For example, when we ignore our physical health, which a lot of successful business people do, they don't pay attention to their health while they're seeking money to the other side. So they become workaholics. And in the 80s, the term became popular. He's a workaholic and that kind of thing. And they sacrifice their physical health in order to nourish their financial health. And then they make money, and then they spend their waning years spending their financial,
trying to gain health,
trying to get the
spending
physical
wealth to get health.
Exactly. Yes, that's how it goes.
Barbara said, I think communication is an area of personal development versus part of the life wheel.
Yeah. And I think communication, thank you very much for that suggestion. We appreciate it. The topic emotional social, that's your how you feel about yourself, how you feel about others, because friends matter. the people that you talk to, the people that you interact with. That's a need. Some people call that topic community.
I
Instead
think
of
community is necessary.
Yes. So do we need to change it from emotional to social to community, or do we need to add a sixth wheel? Add community.
I actually have more wheels than that.
How many you got?
Far be it from me, because you had me typing out your wheels. I'm not going to fool with you.
Spokes of the wheels. Spokes of the wheel.
I had 10 wheels. 10
you had 10 spokes
on my wheel.
That's not going to be a very good wheel. That could get wobbly anywhere.
I had career, finances, health, family, family and relationships, personal development and spirituality, recreation and leisure, physical environment, and mental emotional well-being, with, of course, benevolence in the form of contribution.
That's a fantastic list, actually.
Yeah,
because it covers areas that the first one I had you type out don't cover.
Oh,
like my list that I had you type out doesn't cover family, but they do matter.
It does cover family indirectly with social.
Okay.
So mine is just more delineated than anything else. Good morning,
Monica. Good morning, Monica Allison. We're talking about areas of a life, and I don't know if it matters anymore as to whether it's 5, 6, or 10, but areas of life not to neglect.
I think a wheel can be stronger with more spokes. Like a bicycle has more spokes in it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So I think that by breaking them out, you make sure that you give attention to the right places. Hey, Tamika, good morning. And Monica, good morning. Good morning. I didn't get your email yesterday. Good morning, Stephanie. Monica and I had a meeting of the spirit. What was yesterday? Thursday. I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. I woke up Thursday morning and I had Monica on my mind.
Monica Allison?
Yes. Okay. I had her on my mind and I just said, okay. All right. And I went ahead and prayed for her like I normally do. Pray for whatever God puts into my spirit. This morning actually was a Bible study spirit. But anyway, when I called Monica, when I texted her, she texted right back. I think it was like 7:30 in the morning. We was both like, what? But we were on in a connected place.
Texting somebody no 7:30 in the morning?
You can ignore your phone if you don't hear it. I didn't call her. I didn't disrupt her. A text is not a disruption.
It could be.
A text is, here's my thought thinking about you.
Text me at 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, this better be good.
You text me every day at 7:30 in the morning.
You're my wife and you in my house. That's why.
I'm usually in your bed and you still text.
You always in my bed because I'll get up. Or I may want to capture a thought. That's why I'm doing that.
Yeah, but today we are talking about areas of life not to neglect.
I can't believe you told them that I text you from the house.
You text me from the bed when you're still in the bed.
You might be asleep or something.
Exactly, that's my point. Texts are not an intrusion or an interruption. Okay. Except for when you insist that somebody responds instantaneously back to your text. Amen.
Monica says, yes, mornings. It was amazing.
The meeting of the spirit. It was. It really was. Evan says, when I think about you, I'm texting, sorry, it's 3 a.m. Not the booty call text.
Yeah.
These are so important. These things are important.
Yes. So let's go through your list again. Do you have it handy?
I do. Okay. I do.
So these are the areas not to neglect of adult life.
The first is career.
Lisa wrote down career.
We could replace career with what's the word?
Purpose or what you do?
Your career or
how you earn money?
Whatever it is, it is, your purpose or your career outside of family.
Let's call it career because it's what you do to bring in money.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about that. So career, okay,
and
then finances. How you grow your money, save your money, protect your money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Health.
Handle your money.
Handle your money. Health.
Okay.
Is how you take care of your physical being, and that also means exercise, not necessarily medicine. That also means eating. That not only. So how you continuously take care of this host,
including heart health and physical strength.
Absolutely.
Because I used to be in the gym business, and there was this lady I approached about come and take a trial at the gym. She was slender, and she says, "Do I look like I need to lose weight?" And I said, "Are you strong?" And she said, no, I'm not strong at all.
Yeah, I about flung my doctor across the room because I had a pain in my leg, and he thought that I also was weak. I said, my leg gives out, and I often feel like I'm going to fall down. And then he had me to push against him. And I said, you want me to push against you?
With your leg.
With my leg? He said, yeah, push against me with all of your might. I said, are you sure? Because I fling that little skinny doctor across the room.
Lisa's very strong.
I'm very strong. It was not because I was strong, but because I wasn't strong, it was because there was a particular weakness in an area.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Let's go to the bottom.
I gotta get to the next one.
That's right.
Family and relationships.
Yeah. A lot of times, the older we get, the less we get connected to our family. Sometimes the opposite, the more we get connected to our family. But family still matters. Whether you're close to them or not close to them, they still matter a lot.
Absolutely. Number 5 is personal development and spirituality. They put them together because I think that your personal development, your spirituality can be a part of your personal development.
Amen.
I think that it's a necessary component of it. Absolutely. Number 7 is recreation and leisure.
You got to do stuff.
Got to take time out.
You just can't go to work and go to bed. We can't just watch TV. And watching TV doesn't count as recreation.
It doesn't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless it's a New York Giants football
game. See
game.
that right there? I knew it was going to come out. Number 8 is your physical environment.
Where you live.
What's around you, where you surround yourself, and whether or not you take time away from that space sometimes to explore other spaces. One of the things that we used to do in New York as a teenager, as a child, they had what was called the fresh air find. You remember
Country Life's a different world. Help these kids see a better world. Give these kids 2 weeks away. Help them see a better day than the summer in the city, than the summer in the city. Then the summer.
I actually had some good experiences through the.
Did you remember that commercial?
I did remember the commercial. I didn't remember the words, but yes, absolutely. I actually had some good experience. I cannot imagine now that there would be such a thing.
No way. We'd be too afraid to send our kids to some farm upstate. Well, no way.
I went to a rich family for 2 weeks, and I ended up going to the same family successively for years in a row. And we ended up, I learned how to ride horses.
It was a program in New York to take kids from the city to bring them up onto a farm in the summer for a couple of weeks. Just to get them out in the summer in the city, in the summer in the city.
I don't want to hear this again.
Okay.
So that's the importance of your physical environment. One of the things that I believe it was Steve Harvey, when he was doing this for the children, is just taking them out of where they were to expose them to other things was actually very important for their development and for their expectations. Sometimes you can't dream beyond what you can see. Monica says, good morning again, family. No, there's a couple more. I'm going to go back up to them. Shirley says, people do not go to the doctor until something is wrong. That's so true.
Yeah.
And Monica said, yes, mornings. It was amazing. The meeting of the spirit. Amen. Evan, I'm not fooling with you. Giving a booty call at 3 a.m.
He didn't say nothing about.
He said, when I think about you, I'm texting.
You
Sorry,
can go there
3
if you want to. Miss Phyllis, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Barbara says these are so important. Dr. Deborah says, I think that my health took a back seat to other areas in my life. Now I am kind of being forced to focus more on it. That's why it's so important. Absolutely, because that's going to happen not just to you. Guess what? To everybody.
To me too.
Everybody. Barbara says, that's why my siblings and I have once or twice a week conference call. We must stick together. That's wonderful.
Amen. That's amazing that you do.
That's
if
wonderful.
I had to do over again, I wouldn't have ever stopped playing basketball.
Amen. Miss Phyllis said, LOL, I went, my children went, and Grands. I didn't remember that song. Yeah, I didn't remember that song either. She said, I didn't remember that, Brian. I guess.
Okay, because if you need to, I can do it again.
No, that's okay.
You don't like the song?
No, I don't like the song. Shirley said, I focus on my health, eating right, and I want to lose weight. Amen. We got we get to place focus on the areas that are important, but it's really important to focus as often and as intuitively as you can on all of the areas in different times.
Let me bounce this off you then, because I want to bounce this off of you, Evan Jefferson, particularly you, Evan, because I operated on, for a large part of my adult life, I had this understanding in my head that these three things, money, sex, and health, money, sex, and health, those three things, they become more important in direct proportion to how much of it you don't have. So when you don't have money, money becomes more important. Or if you don't have good health becomes more important. If you're not getting any sex, sex becomes more and more important. Those three things, money, health, and sex, they become more important in direct proportion to how much of it you don't have or how little of it you have.
I guess. Miss Phyllis said,
when you can say that can encompass all that other stuff, though.
I guess.
Okay.
Miss Phyllis said, I went to a family's house. So did I. I didn't go to a farm. I went to a family's house. And amen. Amen, Evan. Exactly. He said, I've saved people from suicide by texting at 3 a.m. I think that texting is important, but when you are compelled that you text, I don't concern myself with the time. If they are sleeping, I hope that their phone doesn't wake them up. But if I am led to text you, I'm going to text you. Okay. Evan goes on to say, anything you value becomes more important when it's neglected. Absolutely. And some things you don't value until
you don't have any of it,
or
until it's missing, or until it's down low.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, for example, when folks' money gets low, they get anxious about money, mm-hmm. and that's all they want to focus on. Mm-hmm. Or even when someone gets hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Food becomes more important when you're hungry. I know people like that.
You know people like that?
Yeah, when they get hungry, the hungrier they get, the less they want to talk about anything other than what you doing. If they're really hungry, they don't want to talk about nothing else unless the conversation is leading to them no longer being hungry. Why you keep pointing at me?
Because it's you.
It's rude.
That's who all those other people
to point.
Okay, it's rude to point. I am telling you, it's almost like I have a natural alarm for Brian.
Stop it.
Because I know there has been X amount of hours that he has not eaten, that it's going to be difficult to do anything else.
This is exaggeration right here.
We got to make sure that we arrive someplace where he is not hungry. We have to, if we are going somewhere and preparing to eat, you need to have something to eat before eating.
Yeah, I don't want to show up at your place and no food ready.
Yeah, no.
You taking stuff out the freezer. I'll be back.
But understand, health is the same way. Health, when your health is waning, like Dr. Deborah said, when you're working on other things, we can often neglect our health, and then our health will go like, "Hello,
yeah,
excuse me,
yeah." Your health will call you. Back to the family one just for a moment. I have family members that I grew up with, cousins and stuff, and I haven't seen some of them in years. But then I get to the place where I start to miss them, and I want to really see my cousins that I haven't seen in a couple of years. I want to see my cousin Patrick and Antoine and Wanda, and I haven't seen them in years. We used to play together as kids, but we get scattered. We're in different cities, all that kind of stuff. I want to see my cousin Debbie, my cousin Angie. We get to see her from time to time.
Thank you, Katura. Katura says, yes, that's my baby as well, Lisa. He gets hangry. Yes, Tornez.
Don't get no hangry. That's a crazy word.
That's why I call him Hank. He gets Hank. He turns into Hank.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry.
You are cantankerous.
I just don't see it like you see it.
That's because it's you.
I might get hungry, but I don't see me being abrasive.
Oh, you are a bear.
Oh my gosh.
You are a bear.
I'm thinking you exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. Katura, are you exaggerating about Tarnaz? Please say that, Evan. Neglect your teeth long enough. Neglect your wife long enough. Neglect the things that you value long enough, and they will depart from you.
Yeah, your teeth, your wife, your everything. Neglect your car long enough.
Yes.
Neglect the cleaning of your home long enough. Everything that you
Everything,
neglect,
it will leave.
the longer we talk about this topic, the more things that's coming up.
Evan says, Brian, we need a little look in the mirror. I'm telling you.
Well, if that's the case, if everything Lisa said was true, completely true, there's an easy solution for that.
That's right, and I try to
the
make
easy
sure.
solution is to not let that situation happen. Preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance.
Absolutely, and I do focus on preventive maintenance as much as I can. I make sure that the meals are ready. I make sure that there's a snack bar in my purse. I make sure.
Really? You make sure, Lisa? So how do you ever see it then if you made sure?
I try to make sure. That's right. Feed the rhino.
Feed the rhino. That's right. That's the characteristics of rhinos. Don't play like that. Rhinos don't play with nothing. If a rhino want to go there, he goes. If he want to eat, he eats. Rhinos take what they want. That's it. Katrina says not at all. It's okay, Brian. Phew, okay.
Dr. Deborah says neglect your kids long enough and you can have trouble on your hands. Absolutely.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
Absolutely. Those parents that say he was always so quiet in the basement. I don't know. He's just he never came out. You gotta check on your kids.
You gotta check on your kids. It's irresponsible not to. You gotta know what they're into. Leave me alone, Mom. Leave me alone, Dad. Whatever. Okay, because I gotta know my son and my daughter. Neglect. Oh my gosh! The more we talk, the more things are illuminated to me that we gotta pay attention to.
That are neglected. Absolutely, Barbara. That's right. Those things treat you like you treat them. Please say that.
Yeah.
Woo.
All of your stuff treats you like
you treat it. Absolutely. So today, I haven't joined Body by Sir, but I thought about it.
Okay.
And so today, I actually did a seated exercise routine.
Okay.
And
still moving.
Yeah, exactly. And you can feel that you have moved some stuff that ain't moved for a minute.
Move something. Move something.
But I don't want to
remember
neglect.
2 Live Crew. They had a song called "Move Something."
Get on up and move something.
Yeah, move something.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Mark Haggins and Haggins and Body by Sir #BBC. Absolutely. Hey, Brittany. Good morning. Good morning.
You know the BBC is the Black Billionaires Club. And it's a group founded around by Evan, and he has I think 1 or 2 admins with him in that. And I thought I was a member of it, and I wasn't. And I was like, whoa, because I wanted to share some stuff to it. Evan told me on the phone to do some reels and share them to the club, share them to the BBC. And I couldn't see my stuff. And then I found out yesterday, Evan did the research, they had they had denied me joining. You know why they had denied me joining?
Why?
Because there's a box on the question that join says, are you easily offended? And I didn't pay attention. I clicked yes. And so if you're easily offended, you don't even need to be in this group.
That's right. It was your old profile that you were in. Your new profile.
I was in my old profile. Yes, but my new.
I did a reel today. I gotta share my reel. And
he's been imploring people
to
do a 90-second introduction of themselves.
Absolutely.
Because I've seen him make posts like, "Where's your 90-second intro?" So he wants you to make a 90-second of you speaking, introducing yourself to the BBC. So I'll do mine today, Evan.
You know, it was interesting, Evan. I was actually compelled because I have done reels before. You saw my reel today, Allison? I have done them before, but what compelled me today was that I had already gotten ready for work and everything, but then I was reading one of Evan's posts or something, and it said, I can't do my reel because my hair's not done.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I saw that too.
Your hair keeps so many excuses for not doing what we are supposed to, or what we can do.
Our hair is getting in the way of something.
Your hair get in the way?
Not my hair, but your hair getting in the way of getting something that could be helpful to you. We do let little things. It's hot outside. It's cold outside.
Swallow
it's raining.
An elephant, strain at a gnat.
Yeah. Straining at a gnat, or I'm letting little things get in the way. One of the characteristics of one of my books here of why rhinos make great entrepreneurs. One of the characteristics of why rhinos make great entrepreneurs is they have poor eyesight. And horrible eyesight. They're very, very nearsighted, which means they don't see a lot of little things that can get in the way. Like little bushes.
It don't bother them.
It don't bother them at all. They're going to go right through a little bush. And I think those bushes, those brushes, those little things that can get in the way, rhinos go right through them because some people let little stuff get in the way. But not if you're a rhino, not if you're going for it on your day.
Hey, Brother BJ, good morning.
Going down that same line, it's interesting to me that a rhino is very, very nearsighted. They can't see little things in the way. But little brush fires that start out in the savannah, out in the rhinos, when rhinos see fires, it's like an urgency for a rhino to run to the fire and stamp it out. They stamp out fires, okay? If there's a fire over there, they can see the fire because
they're gonna put it out.
They race to it and stamp it out.
Absolutely. Thank you, Evan. Evan said, great segue for the book. Top notch.
How about that? Yeah, you saw that, huh?
We appreciate it.
That was a segue. Mr. BJ Johnson, how are you, sir? Love when you come through. Love seeing you and your mission. His mission, I talked years ago. I haven't talked to him, maybe not years. Maybe about a year since him and I spoke it. But his mission was helping people that need a second chance. Second chance staffing, second chance moving, helping people that need a second chance, formerly incarcerated, getting these folks employed. And what a beautiful mission.
Absolutely. Maybe need to connect them with the Black Billionaires Club as well, because Evan definitely helps people with getting a start in life or continuing on a better route. Amen. That's right. What's the Friday fun? Do I get my song? You get your song.
At 9:41, 9:42.
Exactly. Every day the songs are around 9:41, 9:42. At 9:30, we do the quote of the week or the thought of the day, rather. And we love to shout it out, particularly on Friday.
We have some stuff here. We've been doing this for 7 years, and we have a rhythm, kind of a rhythm. But one of the things that our coach has told us several times is we got to do a better job of simply saying our names, okay? Because there's a lot of people that visit, and we assume all of you guys, the only ones that are watching is ones that we see making comments. But we know from looking at our numbers, significantly more people watch that never say anything. They'll just tune in, but they won't say anything. But her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And he is
Brian K. McNeill.
Absolutely.
And together make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. This show is called Let's Talk About It. We talk about 3 areas specifically. We talk about personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
With a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
Let's do that one more time. Personal conversations. We'll go there.
Business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
With a little bit of shenanigans.
That's what we talk about on this show. Our expressed ministry. We have an expressed ministry. Our expressed ministry is
economic independence
through
entrepreneurship.
That's it. That's what we talk about. That's what we be about. Economic independence through entrepreneurship. We believe in gainful employment, however it comes. But our ministry is economic independence through entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Evan. We appreciate your coaching and your support every day. He says, wow, I felt that it was later than it is. Great pace today. Well, thank you. We didn't have to endure that story that didn't have no point today. That story has been...
Which story?
The one we're not going to talk about.
I know, but which one?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
You're not going to tell me?
No.
Because you think I would say it again?
Yes, I know.
Or it might inspire another story? Is that what you think?
No.
Because I got stories for days,
I know
baby.
You do.
At one time, you like my stories.
I love your stories. I love your stories. Most of them actually have a point and an interest, but that one just
Carolyn
went away.
Stevens, good morning
to you.
We are so looking forward to the nonfiction authors thing. Man, what's the title of that thing we're gonna do in Vegas with you in the fall?
Now, remember that today is Friday for Shout It Out Friday. So not only do we want Sister Carolyn or Dr. Carolyn or Sister Girl to put her post in there so that we can all be supportive of that, but Brittany has already taken the All right, has already taken up the mantle rather, and she says, "Hey everyone, motivation and inspiration for your life. Books, beads, merchandise. I can get booked for speaking engagements. Go to Brittany's Beads and Books.com. Amen."
This is Shouted Out Friday, the Distinguished Authors Guild.
Yes.
Because of Dr. Carolyn, I had an opportunity to take part in a program that she was doing where I got a chance to present to her room. And apparently I did okay. And she found out about my books. And she's been really, really important to me. She's been really, really influential to me. And Brian, you will be a winner. Now, they award based upon the quality of books. So I submitted 4 books to be reviewed. I did submit, I'm going to say this real quick, baby. I did submit Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs. But the one that I really am hoping that I win, this is the one I want to win. 932, the 9 most important words, the 3 most important skills, and the 2 most important questions. This is that guy, that character. His name is Mr. Randall the Rhino. And this is my 3rd book that features Mr. Randall the Rhino. Mr. Randall is teaching his daughter what he believes are the 9 most important words that's going to help her to have a successful life. 3 most important skills. I want to say this real quick. I really want you guys to get a copy of this book. Lisa and I have determined, because you have a child or a grandchild, and these 9 words, 3 skills will inspire character and confidence in them. But the reason I really want you to get this book, because Lisa and I have decided with every book purchased through one of our sites, whether it's through the empowermentduo.com, whether it's through virtualsales.com, whether it's through briankmcneil.com, if you get that book any through our sites, we will donate a copy to an educator. We'll give one to a teacher. Hold on a second. Yesterday, a lady bought a book from us, and she says, "I know so many teachers." Good, pick one, and we will send that teacher a copy through you.
Or pick a few and send us a list of them so that as people purchase their books, we can send it to your recommended. Thank you, Evan. He says, hit those like buttons, people. It helps us to reach more people. Like now, like now. Hit the like, hit the love, hit it. And Dr. Carolyn says, and Brian, you will be a winner. Amen.
She's probably right. The Distinguished Authors Guild.
Sister Barbara says, I love y'all's relationship. You guys always laugh together. We do laugh together.
And we hug each other. We love on each other. We support each other because each other is important to each other.
It is. That's right, Monica. Go to moniesplace.com for 3 great children's books written by Monica Allison and published by Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia,
which is Lisa.
Go to moniesplace.com. There are 3 great books. The Ice Cream Man is coming. Grandparents Are Special. And I can't remember the 3rd name. My goodness, I got so many floating around in my head. But please go to moniesplace.com and get your books. Evan says, I don't see anybody hitting the likes button more than me. Come on now with them likes.
Likes and loves matter.
Amen. Okay. Brittany says, love Shouted Out Friday. Amen. If you love it, hit the love button. Well, tell them about it. Thank you, Shirley. We want to shout you out. Try my services today and get your photos organized.
You guys are paying attention
now. And for future generations, go to forever.com/ambassador/Shirley Wyatt. And you can also give her a call. She puts her phone number in there. Good morning, Sister Sheila.
She made it into the room. Good morning, Sheila. Sheila, we talked about areas of life not to neglect. And the more we talk, we started off with 5, but we probably at 20 by now.
Sister Barbara says, yes. The book is great for adults too. Absolutely.
Now, Barbara Mosley knows because she has a copy, and she has chosen to bless us with a picture of her beautiful nephew and her granddaughters reading this book, 932.
Absolutely.
Get you a copy so we can donate one.
Absolutely.
And you will benefit from it too.
Absolutely. Brittany is giving congratulations to Monica. She says, wow, 3 books. That's amazing. Well, Brittany is on her 3rd right now.
That's right.
Brittany is on her 3rd right now. You can go to Brittany'sBooksAndBeads.com and get your copy of I'm Living My Blessed Life with Cerebral Palsy and Don't Let the Wheelchair Fool You,
which I love both books.
Absolutely. And Monica's third book is Our Family is Different.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's actually her second book. Her third book is Grandparents Are Special. But I have to keep them all floating around in my head here.
Come on, brother. Evan says, beat the heat and dim hot flashes with our portable neck fans for only $20. DM me to order.
Absolutely.
And there's a gentleman that is in your BBC, Donto, I think his name is. Evan and Donto particularly. And there was somebody else in the group too. They have chosen to post pictures of people that are wearing the neck fan, which I think is an awesome idea.
Absolutely. Brittany says that comment was for you, Brian.
Thank you.
Amen. Good morning, Craig. He says, good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful day and weekend on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest.
We got to move now because we're like 3 minutes behind on doing our card of the day.
On doing Craig's card of the day.
So we're going to do the Craig card. But after you do the card, baby, I want you to tell a little bit of the journey from the thought of getting your first book published, which led to you founding a company called Empowerment Publishing Multimedia, and 6 years later, having brought 125 plus works to light.
You want me to do what?
I want you to tell that story.
Oh,
okay. Go ahead.
All right. Dr. Deborah says, Evan, you just gave me the perfect gift for someone, a neck fan. Absolutely. Inbox him.
$20.
DM him.
Summer's coming.
It is a great gift for the neck and the heat and the hot flash and all of that. Amen.
Robert Moses got fans everywhere.
I know.
But if you bring your neck fan, you can take it with you when you go to the store and all that.
Absolutely. Now, this is from our beauty cards. This is the thought of the day is ordinary magic.
Okay.
The world is filled with magic and delight. What seems ordinary becomes extraordinary. Mm-hmm. Open your eyes and your heart to the ordinary magic of your everyday life.
Yeah.
You guys bring everyday ordinary magic into the
your ordinary magic of your everyday. That resonated with me.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Lisa had this idea. She had wrote a book, but she was holding back on it to protect the innocent. Okay. She had been given a task to write a book by a certain amount of time in a training program that she invested money to take part in. So she did that, but she didn't publish it. And then when she attempted to get it published, she found the amount of money required was a bit much for her. But what did she do? She found a way.
Amen. Evan says, Empowerment Duo, hit me with that shipping address and I'll sponsor a show with these neck fans. Okay. Amen.
Wow.
Inbox me the shipping address. I'll give it to you. I know you already have it. Just don't want to look it up, but that's okay. I'll give it to you. Shirley says, Evan, where are you? Evan is in Atlanta, Georgia, mm-hmm. and Shirley is in Colorado. I don't know if it's Denver or somewhere Colorado.
I think Springs, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But so when I wrote my book, it was really for myself. It was cathartic. I thought it was just for me. And then I was given a challenge to, that's right, shipping is everywhere. Shipping and delivery is across the world. That's right, Evan. Make it plain. But what I did with my book, Discovering Your Why, it actually went bestseller. I actually had a lot of notoriety from my book. But the second question that people ask me, this book is great. How did you do it? And I had to realize that maybe it was just not about me. Maybe it was actually about me helping others to tell their stories. So I helped 3 people, the first 3 people that I helped to write and publish their books. And they told 3 people, and so on and so on and so on.
First book, not just the book. The first one was Discovering Your Why. But go ahead.
Discovering Your Why, A Journey to Wholeness was really a book of clarity and clarification for me, and one that helped me to move from where I was into where I was my next. Mm-hmm. But I actually helped 3 people from that book. Absolutely. I helped Stephanie with her book, well. I helped Brian with his book, and I helped a couple of other people with their book. Shout it out Friday, 31 Days to the Heart of My Purpose. You can get your copy of the guided journal at connectedtopurpose.com. That's from Stephanie Morris. Thank you, Stephanie.
I want to say this too. When Lisa first wrote her book, it got published in May. My first book got published a month later. So she took what she learned in publishing her book and quickly published mine like the next month.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a point that summer, because then she got what's his name, the crooner,
Samuel
Bannon,
mm-hmm.
and other things was coming. So she was getting opportunities to publish other books,
mm-hmm.
Because she had been writing articles in an online magazine.
Yes,
she was writing articles there. But anyway, so she published these books, but then the moment came. The moment came where Lisa decided, maybe this is a place for me in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a place where I can have purpose and I can shape it to mean something to me. And because that wasn't her core business before that summer.
It was coaching.
Her core business before that summer was coaching, but it shifted when she saw that she could add more value by helping people that have overcome something
mm-hmm.
to tell their story.
Absolutely.
There were so many people that were just like she was a few months before, wanting to get this thing published, but not knowing how. And then what's happened is, over the years, Lisa has learned how to make it easier. She even published a book called 7 Simple Steps to Write a Book That Sells.
Mm-hmm.
She even wrote a checklist.
You can get that for free, actually. If
you get that book for free.
Yeah, you can get that book for free. If you go to theempowermentduo.com and click on my page, you can actually download it there. The link is in that.
To get that book, 7 Simple Steps to Write a Book That Sells for free. She wrote checklists for people that are just starting the process, even with just an idea. That's why I tell people, you don't need to wait until it's all done before you reach out to your publisher.
Absolutely.
You should reach out to them when you get the idea that you want to do it.
Absolutely. Barbara says, Lisa, will you help me get my cookbook published?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I actually assisted in several cookbooks and definitely can help with that. Stephanie says Lisa does a phenomenal job.
I think she's the best.
I actually worked with Stephanie to get Connected to Purpose completed. 31 days to the heart of your purpose.
I'm biased, but I've met other people that do similar. We was at some event and there was someone there that does something that's similar, bragging about having published 16 books. Okay. Now at the time we was in the audience, this person bragging about, I published 16 books, and Lisa had probably done 80 something books at that time. Okay. Just saying.
But I wouldn't brag about it anyway.
Craig
says, don't forget to...
Brittany says, love your story, Lisa.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Craig says, don't forget to protect what matters most by getting your home monitoring services, cameras, doorbell cameras, thermostat lights. You already thought about it, so let me turn your home into a smart home with Safeguard Security. Call me today, and Craig includes his phone number in there. Craig said...
You almost sounded like Miss Cleo. Call me now for your free reading.
Amen. Exactly.
Barbara says Lisa will help me get my cookbook.
Yes,
we did that. Okay. And
Monica says my publisher is awesome. Shout it out. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
So it's now 9:41. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna thank people the way we thank people. We thank contributors to the show, consistent contributors to the show, and we thank those of you who've been rocking with us for years. What an honor it is to have Dr. Deborah Dunstan and Shirley and Brittany coming here regularly. What an honor it is to have Barbara and Evan take time out of their day and come to our show. How amazing is it that we got Sister Sheila Gothard willing to, and Dr. Carolyn Stevens willing to find time to come into our show.
And get your copy of Getting Free and Staying Free by going to Dr. Deborah Healing Manifestation.com.
Yep. And the fact that we got Craig coming in here daily, that's amazing. So Dr. Deborah was the first one in the room today. She got a song, y'all. Can you believe it? Dr. Deborah got a song and it goes like this.
Dr. Deborah, Healing Trauma Manifestation Coach.
And don't forget the Barbara Mosley's got a logo and it goes, Barbara cooks here. She cooks there. Barbara Mosley cooks everywhere. Sister Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt's got Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. That's right. We do that thing. Brother Evans, talk to your man. It's your boy in the building. Evan Jefferson, ERGJ is in the building.
The champ is here. The champ is here. Amen. Moni in the middle.
Where
Where's
that
that? In the middle. Moni in the middle. Where that at? In the middle. That's Monica Allison. Moni'sPlace.com. Stephanie Morris. Stephanie. Life has new meaning to me.
There is beauty up above and things we never take notice of. Wake up and Stephanie, you're in love.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Can y'all believe Stephanie want to get rid of that cool song? Miss Phyllis has a logo. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis is
Miss
here.
Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis
Now we
is
can
here.
all have a great day.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you how awesome it is that Miss Phyllis is here. Miss Phyllis often catches the show while in motion. While she's walking somewhere, on a train somewhere, she's in motion, but she still catches us, y'all. How cool is that?
And we have had the opportunity to physically meet Miss Phyllis
on a few occasions.
Not in just one state,
right,
but in 2 states.
In New York and in North Carolina.
And in North Carolina, absolutely.
Actually, she was so loving. She brought us some Cousins Dozen Donuts, owned and operated by our friend Todd Jones. He owns Cousins Dozens Donuts, and they're starting to franchise that now. And I really want one in my area.
You want franchise with that?
Yes.
No.
And Pensacola, yes.
Hey, Katora.
I'm back to life, back to Katora Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it?
Dr. Carolyn, you keep coming. You're going to get you a song.
Absolutely. Evan said, did I miss my song? How you be missing your song? Your song is long.
We did it, and we did the whole thing.
We did the whole
Let's
thing. ERGJ in the building.
We did those.
We did those. Oh, Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany.
It's your
time. It's your time. Yeah. Hey, Brittany, what's good with you? What's good with you?
If we have time, Evan, we'll come back. We didn't do Craig yet. Craig.
He did it backwards again. No. We're not doing it that way.
Craig Sapp, 1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees.
You'll be begging, please. Brother, freeze.
Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub a tape.
Sheila.
Yeah,
Sheila. Storms are brewing in your eyes.
Oh. Good morning, Miss Sheila Gothard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I got to try to get down this list. I think we got everything. Did we get everything?
If we got it right, we'll do Evan's Jam again because he missed it. And we've done other folks' jams again. Did we catch everybody?
I think.
We have got a lot of songs in our head. So a lot of times you guys got to be patient with us.
Stephanie says, I just don't want to share a song. That's what it is.
That's fine. You're right. But until we replace your song, because Trinity don't come as often that much. No. You don't come as much as you used to either, Stephanie. Okay, so between the two of y'all, wait a minute. Dr. Carolyn says, I'm ready for my song. Dr. Carolyn.
Help us get your song, Dr. Carolyn.
Recommend a song to us that speaks to your spirit or a genre. For example, Mark Greer, he wanted something funky. Okay, some funk. So that was easy to use Flashlight in those kind of era, on One Nation Under a Groove kind of thing.
Stephanie says she watches us while she walks Eva. Okay.
And I miss Eva. Eva's her beautiful, beautiful pit bull dog, American pit bull terrier. And she actually blessed me one day because I was asking for her to bring her dog over and visit with us.
Because that's the only way he's going to get it
in our home. That ain't true. And we had such a good time visiting with Eva inside the house, in the backyard, the front yard. We had such a good time. I want Eva to come again, Stephanie, but it's been so wet. I don't want it to be a rainy day because I want to be able to play with the dog outside. So hopefully we have some dry ground.
You're very welcome, Craig. I got to keep him straight. Amen.
Whatever, man.
Amen. Stephanie says working on being more consistently so I can keep my song.
You're not going to lose your song, Stephanie. You're going to keep it.
Dr. Sister Carolyn says, I like James Brown to honor my dog. My dad. Okay.
Okay,
amen.
good. So I love James Brown. I'm a James Brown disciple song. I've read 2 of his autobiographies. I've had James Brown Greatest Hits CD. Let me tell you about that.
Evan was working when we sang his song.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again. We got time. We got time. We'll do it again. But I want to tell my James Brown, a James Brown story.
I hope it's good.
It's not gonna be good. Okay. my oldest daughter is 33. I mean 33, and my son is 31. Okay. In the car, I used to play the James Brown Greatest Hits, 20 songs. James Brown Greatest Hits in the car, the CD all the time. And these kids were 3 and 4 years old. They knew all of the songs and they could sing all the songs. They even had their favorite James Brown songs. Brianna liked it because now go somewhere, toddlers singing James Brown song at a party or an event. How do they do that? Because they loving dad helped them to listen to James Brown.
Amen. Hey, Julie Ray Hammondtree.
What
Julie
blast
Ray
from
Hammondtree.
Find out what she means to me. Julie Ray Hammondtree. Girl,
hey, Julie
where you
Ray.
been?
Dr. Beverly.
Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning.
She
Good
says,
morning.
good morning, my beautiful people. I am the greatest. I love it. I love it. I love it. Stephanie says, do you want a dog sit? Amen. We're going to find James Brown. We're going to redo.
Wait a minute. She asking, do I want a dog sit like today or tomorrow? What do you want to know? Okay. What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Nothing at all is wrong with me.
What's wrong with Lisa? All right, so we got through the song. Oh, talk to your man. It's your boy in the building.
ERGJ in the building. The champ is here. The champ is here. Dr. Beverly says, areas of my life not to neglect me.
That's right.
My mind, my mental, and most of all, my teeth.
Yeah.
Please know.
Yeah.
Your teeth are important.
Yeah.
Amen. Dr. Carolyn says, when my dad transitioned, I started listening to James Brown to celebrate him because he used to go see him at the Apollo. Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Legendary performances.
Julie Ray says, James, I just lost
Dr. Carolyn, I'm going to find you.
Julie Ray says, got James Brown on my Pandora. Play it every Friday night to clear out the gym. Amen.
To clear out the gym.
And Stephanie says, I can drop Eva by for a day. He can keep her for a day.
I would love to keep her for a day on a dry day. Right now, my whole yard is waterlogged, okay, from the rain. I can, and Lisa say that, but Lisa will be into the dog too.
I don't dislike dogs.
Okay, then. So we're going to end up with one. And we'll tell y'all all about the journey with our dog too. We're going to end up dog parents like Keturah and Tarnez.
No, we're not.
Dr. Deborah Dustin.
Since you don't have a fenced yard, you'll have to walk her. He would not have let her out. He will walk her.
Right, of course. I'm not going to leave it alone like that.
Stephanie says all yards are waterlogged. Duh.
Yeah. And in this part of the country, it is. All yards are waterlogged. We have never talked about it on this show before, but that submarine that went on the visit to look at the Titanic and is so far down, and they've given up and they've proclaimed all those people probably dead by now. It's a sad story to me.
We're praying for their families, regardless of what you may feel or think about what they did or why or having whatever reason. We still don't wish ill to anyone.
Right. It's a sad story. There's 100 jokes about it.
They're unnecessary. Because right now it's tragedy.
Right.
So we want to focus on those that are still grieving and mourning their
Shirley said, it is so sad.
It is.
I mean, like Lisa just said, the jokes about it are not necessary. Especially the joke about when I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
No, you're not going to do it.
I'm not.
It's out of order.
It is.
Right now, it's time.
Stephanie Marr says, Brian, you and Lisa might be potential Eva sitters. She knows you. Yeah. And I love that the dog knows me. I used to love my dogs. I took dog owner training. I know they call it dog training, but it wasn't dog training. It was dog owner training. They was training the owners on how to train the dogs. Is what they was doing. Craig Sadden said, it's sad.
It's a sad lesson. but it's a lesson to leave the water alone.
Yeah.
Amen. Stephanie says, I'm looking for Eva sitters when I go out of town.
And
Well,
Stephanie will
Brian
go out
can
of
keep
town.
it. Brian can keep the dog.
Stephanie will get in motion. She goes.
Absolutely.
That's why I have certain people we know we got to check where they are when we talk to them. What city are you in? Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But
and speaking of cities, I'm looking forward to being in Atlanta in a couple of weeks.
And we appreciate you joining us here. Take some time to recreate this weekend. And or if you're going to flex the weekend and make it a working weekend, make sure that you set aside some time next week to recreate. Because I often find that my weekends are busy with work. So Mondays or Wednesdays I will take off. But make sure that you take some time to recreate, and don't forget to have sex.
Jeez.